Bootlegs have stepped up their game with their new releases. Let's take a look at a very upcoming great line.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Prime Collector, the best place for Marvel Legends, history, and comic books. Bootlegs have really stepped up their game with these new figures that recently did come out. So we're going to be taking a look at them, comparing them to Marvel Legends, also to other Mayfix, because I don't have any duplicates of like the Mayfix and then the knockoff. But we're going to be proving why knockoffs are underrated. And there's really no better way to start than with these guys. And this is the, bootleg of the Mayfix Deadpool. And I love the Mayfix Deadpool. I mean, can't really say that because I don't have the real one, but I do have the knockoff. I will say I'm pretty sure this is necessary, but the arm pops up very easy. You might be saying, wait, why is that like supposed to do that? Because this, weird backpack thing that does have the katana to go on his back will not go on his shoulders no matter what. So I realized that I think the arm's supposed to pop off, and it actually kind of popped off without me really trying to do it. So I think that is supposed to happen with even the real Mayfix Deadpool. I might look up a video on that to know if it really is supposed to happen. But the plastic feels really nice. I think the joints is the big part that takes away the bootlegs from the real figures because they are not as high quality, especially with the joints. So, and the pegs are kind of hard. It's hard to swap off hands, swap off heads, but I didn't have too much trouble. This is another head that came with him and also came with this one. So really cool. Came with a lot of hand accessories and aren't even really a point of showing. There's probably like 20 or 15 or whatever. And it's really, really cool. So does feel pretty high quality. But the real, this is not even the same figure, but this is a Scarlet Spider Mayfix. So you can just look at this, not really look. Let me just see. You definitely cannot look, but you can kind of feel why this is not a bootleg. The joints feel a lot smoother, not too tight, not too loose. The arm doesn't feel like it's about to break. But overall, I think there is different bootlegs. Like there could be a bootleg of a different figure that basically feels the exact same. But at least for this is a real Mayfix. I can tell a difference in quality. I will say that. But this figure, let me just do the calculations. This figure is $95 on Amazon, and I picked him up for $8 on AliExpress. If I had to choose one, I mean, I don't have the real Mayfix, but I can just tell you the difference is not enough to spend, a lot more of your money. So I could buy 10 of him or one real one. I think I'm going with the 10 of him, even though I don't really want 10 of him. But yeah, so I think $8 is insane. You should probably go buy this figure. Even if I'm warning you, when he comes in, his arm might pop off when you're trying to getting him out. But once you get him on display, or whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. So really nice. This one, so on AliExpress, this one is like $10 on. How much does he get? I got him for $60, but he was used in the box and he was missing a web accessory. I'm not sure. He'd probably gone for an $80, I would guess, on like eBay and such. So I don't know. I'm just gonna say that I think I'd rather have bought the knockoff. But the one downside is it will, if you're in the USA, it will take about a month to get here. If you're lucky, right now it's holiday season, so it'll probably take even longer. But yeah, so normally it would take about a month, maybe actually less, because I bought him like November or something. So like November 15th or something. I guess actually it hasn't been quite a month, but he did come early. So not this one, but the Deadpool. So yeah, I do like him. Do love him. So let's just answer another question. What is better, buying a bootleg for a little bit cheaper than a Marvel Legends, or buying the Marvel Legends? Which is better quality? Now, I, again, don't have, this is an SHF. I don't have the SHF Miles Morales, so I don't know if the quality is that much better. I would guess it is. It's a little squeaky, which is kind of interesting. The joints feel tight, or not tight, they feel good on there, that's what I meant. And yeah, nothing's broken off. By the way, I forgot, the Deadpool, that one of his like things right there did pop off. So I'm gonna be honest, I still recommend getting this figure just because $8 is like insane. Now, this guy was also 8, he might have been like 10, I think it was 10. There is shipping. Shipping is usually around $4 to $5, sometimes maybe $8, depending where you live. So, but this guy's really nice. The hands is the worst part. That doesn't even look like it's attached, to be honest, but I hate the hands. That's the only part of this whole figure that I really cannot stand. The joints do feel a little weird. They kind of feel like they're gonna pop off, but still, I recommend this guy just because of how awesome he is. And you can get some really dynamic poses. Now, comparing to the Marvel Legends, they look very similar. But let me just tell you, getting this guy in hand, it's still such a good figure. I think it's a lot better than the Marvel Legends. The Marvel Legends has so many downsides. Like, I like not an ab crunch. I kind of like whatever is going on with that. The legs look kind of weird on the Marvel Legends, just completely brutally honest. I think they look way better on this SHF, well, bootleg SHF. The spider, I'm gonna go with this one. I think it looks more accurate. The only downside to the bootleg, just in general, and the Mayfix, I guess you'd say, is the paint job. I think the red on this does pop off more on the Marvel Legends. So, yeah, articulation-wise, definitely the bootleg. So, really like it. It does come with, like, you can take the eyes off. I don't want to do it, but yeah, so really love that. Really like it. And we have one last comparison. We're gonna do the Deadpool figure again. Now, you might be asking, why did I pick these two? And I think they have a very similar sculpt. If you just look, the arms, they're pretty muscular. The legs, you can see the boot effect. So this kind of gives me a good example, even though this is Marvel Legends, to kind of compare the differences. And, you know, what quality does feel better, Marvel Legends or a Mayfix bootleg? That's a very interesting question. And I'm gonna be completely honest, for this figure, I'm going with Paladin. I'm going with the Marvel Legends Paladin figure. It just feels better, the joints feel better, it doesn't feel like it's gonna pop off. And nothing has. So I do think Marvel Legends quality-wise, on some of them will feel better than this one. So I really do love the Marvel Legends, and it does win this round. And I really do also like this Deadpool though, so credit to both. I do recommend picking up some Mayfix bootlegs. So yeah, this was a fun video to film. I do love these Mayfixes. Bootlegs, I keep on just say bootlegs as well. And I think they're really cool. They're on AliExpress for pretty cheap. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, for the best in Marvel Legends history and comic books, subscribe to Prime Collector.